So I'm really interested to hear this guy's story.
You know, when people have these really close encounters,
it really makes you want to get to the bottom of all of this.
Melissa and Ben meet the witness at the Auburn, Massachusetts restaurant his family has owned for generations. It was also the location they were driving home from when they had a terrifying encounter with an orb over 50 years ago.
Tom.
Pleasure.
This is my partner, Melissa.
Hi, nice to meet you finally.
Likewise. So, was thinking maybe you want to hop in with us and show us around?
Absolutely.
Alrighty.
Sure.
Together, Ben, Melissa, and Tom retraced the route Tom and his family took on that fateful night.
So I'm going to take you exactly the way we drove that night. This was September 1st, 1969, which was a holiday. And we kept the diner open late because it was like the only eatery here. And we knew everyone, you know, it was good for business to keep it open, but it was just getting dark and we had to be in bed by 9. And we headed right down this road here.
This would be how you were getting to your house?
Yes.
So this used to be, because this is just a gravel road.
This is where it's our place, right here.
So this is the bridge, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, we were coming into this about 8:30 at night.
How does it feel to kind of roll back up into this bridge?
It really is unsettling a little bit. This whole community, the restaurant, all brings back memories. So we were coming through here in a station wagon. My mother was driving. My grandmother was in the passenger seat. As we exited this bridge, my grandmother had turned around and she saw the sphere. This thing was huge. It had like a roll to it, like an ocean wave in the middle of it. It was very crisp, and it was right over there. Yes, right over the water. When we stopped where we were, we felt like we were deep underwater. There was a silence. It was like someone just flipped the switch off on life itself. And then there was this flash. My mother believes that that white sphere actually came towards our car, and that's the white light we saw. And that's the last thing we remember from being in the car.
The horror didn't end there.
The car is where when all of a sudden you lose consciousness.
Right near the second telephone pole. And it's ironic because it's everybody in my family remembers just parts of it. But when we came to, I say came to because I really don't know, we came to at different times. We didn't all come to at the same time.
That's weird.
The car was off. My grandmother was now in the driver's seat. My mother was in the passenger seat. I was in the same spot, and my brother's head was on my leg.
So you had missing time as well?
Almost 3 hours.
We just spoke to another witness in this area who experienced missing time after seeing strange lights.
There's got to be something here because it's still happening.
There's something about this place. What's it like being right here, Tom?
I got like a chill across my shoulders, and I'm a little agitated. My mouth's dry. Been dry all day, a little bit. Here, it bothers me a lot here, and I'm not really sure why because I don't remember anything horrific happening here. But yet, I still got like a chill.
When something like this happens and you're impacted for decades later, you're probably suffering from, some PTSD.
Yeah, but it's weird because normally I don't feel this way. Even at the bridge, as soon as I get here, it bothers me.
Well, let's get you out of here. Let's go back to the diner.
Tom doesn't remember his whole 3 hours of missing time, but he does recall terrifying snippets.
Thank you so much for walking us through that event. I would really like to get more into the story, get more details.
Yeah, you take it from the top.
This might be the more difficult thing to talk about. The car pulls up, you're seeing this orb. And then from that point to when you finally wake up, can you give us the details of what you remember?
Yes.
Tom found himself on a massive alien ship with no idea where his family was.
I remember being in the hangar. I was sitting on this, what looked like an autopsy table.
But he was not alone.
There were other figures there. Some looked like an ant, the head like a football, stick-like legs like bamboo.
There was nowhere to run.
This apparatus came down from the ceiling, held me in place, and then these packets were put on my body to look like giant raisins.
What are you feeling this whole time?
I mean, I was going in and out of being scared. And you know, I remember other things too that I don't say too often, like being hurt. I remember sitting somewhere and screaming because I had like what felt like boiling water going through my back and arms.
Like they put something in you.
What it felt like, maybe a liquid or a fluid. So that was painful. The arm was painful.
I think it's terrifying.
It's like
It's absolutely terrifying.
I was just, it was like right now, I'll get the chill thing again.
Did your mom or grandma experience similar things?
I remember what I believed to be my mother calling for me, screaming.
As a father, I can tell you that that's pretty heartbreaking to me. I would want to do everything I could to try and find out why. You're saying it looked like an insectoid, sort of an ant-like head?
Yes, I got a picture of it actually in my case.
Why don't you pull that out for us?
This is a very good depiction, and my brother and I paid a fortune to have this done.
Oh.
Alien researchers are plenty familiar with these so-called insectoids.
The insectoid interactions with abductees are very traumatic. It's a horrific experience. It amounts to torture. They have absolutely no concern for you as a human being in any sense of the word. They're intelligent, they know what they're doing. Some people describe insectoids as having large eyes and little mandibles for a mouth. I think you're in danger if you're in their domain.